Haunted woods are a trope that's been done way too often in Dungeons & Dragons, and you absolutely should keep doing them. But how do we take a trope that's been done 1,000 times and give it a little bit of an edge, a little bit of a tweak? That's kind of what I want to talk about today, is how to take something as simple as a haunted woods and make it really stand out. So I'm going to give you 5 examples of today's how you could tweak it and give it something a little bit extra to fit in any campaign, hopefully yours. Let's get right on into it. First things first, the Wailing Grove. The theme here is the despair and echoes of the dead. The lore behind this is that the trees are said to be the petrified remains of mourners who wandered into the grove and never left. The wind carries their cries, driving trespassers to madness. Now, we have some hazards. The constant whispers impose wisdom saving throws against short-term madness. Creatures are simple. We can use banshees, will-o'-the-wisps. We can even use shadow mastiffs, ghosts, any really undead. The unique feature, though, here is if players bury a memento of a loved one here, they may receive a cryptic vision or warning, especially if that person was known by the people that are buried in this petrified remains of this forest, or if they themselves were. The second is the hollow Heart Thicket. Now, the theme is the fact of nature is actually being corrupted by necromancy. Now, this has been done a lot. I get it. However, the idea is a long-dead druidic order was betrayed and buried beneath the roots. The corrupted magic reanimates the forest itself. We have got some hazards we can throw in here. Animated trees and roots grappling intruders. And I like the fact of the idea of dead animals rising as zombie beasts. You can use blights, treants, and of course I would do like a hollow heart druid, which is a ghostly spellcaster. That one would be fun. Now, we would always want unique features with any haunted woods. So, the unique feature here, the heartwood tree at the center can be tapped for cursed sap that grants temporary power but inflicts corruption over the time, taking something simple and making it a little bit more complex. The Gloom Woods, where perpetual twilight and illusions basically are our theme. The sun never rises here. Illusions and glamours trick the senses, trapping wanderers in endless loops within these woods. The hazards are simple. A slight shift every hour, where you have to do survival checks to navigate. False paths lead to deadly pits. The forest itself is actually against the adventurers. Now, creature-wise, this is simple. This is Fae, so we're going to use Darklings, Displacer Beasts, Shadow Fae. Now, I like about this one, the idea is that players who rest here experience prophetic dreams, but waking causes them to lose a memory. So going to the dreams allows you to see something prophetic, but something from your life is lost. With every haunted woods, yes, it can be haunted, but we also want something that's there that gives us something more. Why would you go there? What's in it for you? Yes, destroying monsters and leveling up and loot, but what can you give to the haunted woods that makes it special? Fourth, we have the Bloodbark Forest. Now, the theme behind this one is a life-draining vengeance. The lore is simple. A massacre once occurred here, and the trees absorbed the victim's blood. Their bark pulses like veins, because now these things are now vampiric, right? The hazards are simple. Standing too close to these trees causes constitution saves versus necrotic damage, as the forest saps the life force from any living creature. Creatures are fun. We use vampiric mists, maybe a blood elemental or two, and the Crimson Warden, an undead ranger. So I like to give everything a unique feature, and this one's going to have the carving. If you carve a name into a tree, it curses that individual. But burning a tree grants a vision from the victims. Keep that in mind. That one would be interesting. The fifth type of haunted woods is the Lamenting Pines. The theme behind this one is regret in temporal distortion. I always love messing with time. Lore, the woods are trapped between moments in time. Travelers encounter echoes of past events, including their own possible futures. Hazards are simple. Time loops, sudden age shifts. Players may suffer penalties or see glimpses of their death. The best part is you could actually enter into an encounter, killing the players, and then re-entering into that counter when they wake up, knowing they're entering into a time loop zone. Creatures are fun in this one. You can use ghostly echoes, the undead versions of the players, time hounds, a caretaker wight, all sorts of different things in this one. Now, players can interact with their own echoes to learn secrets or warnings, but doing so risks creating a paradox, which you could explore later on in the game. So if you want to do something like the Haunted Woods, there's a lot of ways you can do that. Simply taking these 5 ideas and applying them could be a whole lot of fun. But guys, thank you for sticking around. I hope you find this funny. I hope it's fun for you to use. And as always, we'll see you when? We'll see you next time.